Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kalayim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and double honors to the elders and apostles for Great Millstone GMS who do rule and teach well. It's the young brother here, Shamash One, Ban Yahweh, and WF has been in the news a lot recently. I believe they had a meeting recently. I think like June 28th or some shit, because there was another article that talked about how they had a recent meeting, and that other article on InfoWars is also talking about cbdcs, which I'll probably talk about that one tomorrow. I'm way too exhausted to talk about that today. It just all comes with a battle. You look for, you go to one spot, you get kicked out of that one, you go to another spot, and then you find problems with that one, and you gotta look for another one. But and then every spot that you camp at's a little bit different. Some don't have bathrooms in like a fucking mile radius, so woohoo. So yeah. Moving on, the World Economic Forum praises CBDCs, calls for public-private partnerships, and lists advancing cashless societies as motivations for the tech. Alright, so moving on to here, the World Economic Forum has unequivocally endorsed adoption and proliferation of central bank digital currencies at the Summer Davos event this week. Right, and this should be pretty fucking obvious, right? This is obviously talking about and ties into the MOTB, right? Can't buy or sell, so if you either have the mark. How else does that make sense? If it's sin, you can't buy or sell if you have sin? Because we all have sin, we all sinned, we all did like evil things, we've all right like it says in what was 1 Corinthians 6:9, something like that, be it your whoremongers. Let me go here and get that. Alright, so like we were all like in sin, right? Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, nor the fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves of mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. And we were all into that. Some of us were gang members. Some of us, were into all kinds of stuff. Some of us were into, basically fucking Satanism. Join these Christian churches, and some of us were Muslims. Some of us were were Catholics. I grew up in the Catholic institution. My whole situation's fucking confusion because, growing up Christian, but, going to Catholic institutions for schooling, and Dwadi al-Bashim al-Shai didn't actually convert, because I was actually thinking about it while I was in school. I was actually, believe it or not, I actually wanted to become a Catholic priest, but that was just because, I had I knew I had like a desire to worship and serve, but I didn't know, man. I didn't know. But now I am a priest, Now I am a brother, like I wanted to be, okay? But now I know, who I worship. And now I know who I really am, and that I'm the true priest. And such were some of you, but you are washed, but you are sanctified, but you are justified in the name of the Lord Yahushai and by the Spirit of our power. Right? But you are washed and you're justified, by the Spirit. By having that Spirit on you, you're justified, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. That's the proof that we're the elect. Lord dealing with us. Right? The kingdom starts with us too. The kingdom starts with us here, having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And you're not gonna have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding unless you you get that baptism by the Spirit. Unless you get that washing by the Word. You learn, you come into this thing, and you actually believe, and you apply the precepts and principles what it means to live a godly life. That is worshiping Yahweh, Yahushai, having faith first and foremost, and through your faith, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Not being a fucking demon, right? So right, we know that we are washed, right, and we are all under sin. That means you all had the mark of the beast, and that means if the mark of the beast is sin, that means if you're washed from sin, right, and the Lord has mercy on you, that means you can have the mark of the beast and be saved. Nowhere in the scriptures it says that anyone who takes the mark will be saved. Actually, it says that those that take the mark will have a grievous sore, right, and will be burnt up by fire, if they take the mark. Which I might go get that after I read a little bit more here, right? The WEF showcased through an array of discussions the pivotal role of public-private partnerships in fashioning an integrated financial system. As the members of the World Economic Forum (WEF) lift their champagne glasses in a toast to CBDCs, the alarm bells ring louder for the privacy and civil liberties of the common man, right? Well, to them, the decree of righteous decrees. It's just another unrighteous decree. I didn't get a chance to talk about all that I can because spirit went somewhere else. And the part that I got up to like around here was pretty much the point. But I'm just gonna go read the whole article because why not, right? But yes, the CBDCs and as well as the MOTB, because you go into that word mark, it goes all the way down to graphos, and graphos sounds a lot like graphic, like you know what a graphic is, like you design something, you make I'll talk about what I like, like game development, right? Like you design, sprite work and all this, and you may design, right, code and stuff like that. That's graphics. All that stuff is in Graphos, and really Graphos is like information. So really all that stuff is tied together. It's gonna have, your photo. It'll probably have like your driver's license. It'll have, all your data, your biometric data. How tall are you? What's your weight? It'll have everything on you on file. Now your privacy is already, you have no privacy in this society. If you have a phone, they can listen to you through your phone. We know that like the government can get access to your texts, your emails, everything. Hell, even if you use like a private company, right? These private companies are they're actually forced to give out data if like the police ask for them. Like the whole thing with this Discord guy. He uploaded what's his name? Was it Keith Texera or something? There was one of these Edomites who was working for the National Guard. He leaked private government papers on a Minecraft server called Thug Shaker Central. And for you guys that don't know what Thug Shaker is, it's pretty much just gay black men shaking their ass. Like that's the new meme. That's just one of the new memes, of black men shaking their ass. And the whole thing comes from this gay porno called Thug Hunters, which is pretty much about white men going to the hood and paying black men to, fuck, and that's the new meme. It's all to demean and insult black men. That's just being made a proverb and a byword in these last days. And Jake is out of his mind. The scripture says, Jake will be, will have that madness on him, because you also have Jakes out here that are causing it and making it worse for everyone. Like Dreamy Bull. This dude, he just stretches his bussy on camera for money. I guess he uses like dildos and stuff, and he wrecks his bussy for money on the internet. And he has a wife and kids, and I think he dropped all his porn anyway. I heard that he removed all of it because people were fucking clowning him every fucking day. But yeah, that's the newest stuff if y'all didn't know. Because I'd be on these these young guys' websites and their chats, and I'll be watching this shit, and I'll be fucking laughing my ass off, bro, at these memes. The WF, often described as the exclusive club of the world's economic elites, like the YouTube channels. Not like I'm physically going to like their chat rooms. I got no involvement there, but I do read 4chan from time to time, and I do read, look at different, alternative, YouTube channels like, out there that just fucking goofy as hell, and they got memes of this shit. WF, often described as the exclusive club of the world's economic elites, has given its thumbs up to CBDCs, portraying them as the next financial evolution, right? Like you said, the secret council of the wicked. But the WF is really just a mouthpiece of the elite banking families. So these guys are just saying the same stuff that the elites really believe in. Like the same way with like those abortion societies and stuff, whatever was the original Planned Parenthood name. I think it was like the American Eugenics Society, or was the Abortion Council. I can't remember which one, but they were all working together. But guys like Carnegie, who was funding the whole abortion and eugenics societies in America, and pumping money into it. I believe Rockefeller was funding it too. And with Rockefeller, well, that's just going straight back up to the banking families. But with Carnegie, he was just a mouthpiece. He was just a proxy, for the elites. You can also say Rockefeller is a proxy for Rothschilds. They're just like the Western Rothschilds, because I believe the elders did say that Rockefellers are the Rothschilds. But I'm looking into that. I haven't like found a video that had like documents proving that or whatever. But I believe them in the spirit. So the WF, often described right there, right, CBDCs, right, the WF, often described as an exclusive club of the world's economic elites, right, they're really just mouthpieces, have given its thumbs up to CBDCs, portraying them as the next financial evolution. But beneath the veil of this lies an insidious world where privacy can be auctioned off to the highest bidder, the government. Yeah, the government's going to have complete autonomous control of our data, which is a problem. And this is stuff that we've been talking about for forever. I think the elders been talking about this since like the 90s or something. Even before then, like, the elders been talking about this for the longest, because this whole stuff with the microchip has been around since like the 90s, but nowadays we're seeing the CBDCs really come into play. And if you have the spirit to see, if you have eyes to see, you can see that buy or sell CBDCs, lock it behind a microchip. It all makes sense, right? It all makes sense, because yes, they could make the CBDCs through a phone, but they're gonna have to have a new system. They have to have a new system or something in place for for it to go through them. Because yes, they could use a phone, but with a phone, they don't have as full power over you. You're not gonna have a digital all through the phone. And in terms of like digital currencies on the phone, we already have something similar. We have like so you see something like crypto, but we have like Cash App, that's a form of digital currency. It's just, you just convert it into money, and you just have it on Cash App. That's not taking away people's freedoms. What they want to do is take away your freedoms, and that's why they need to have the digital wall, which is the microchip, which is going to go with the CBDC. Which you see that's been in the news for like the last like 2 years, been in the news heavy. I think BlackRock microchipped like 50 people or something. I did a video on that. So yeah, CBDCs are essentially digital versions of national currencies. It's June, ain't no microchip. It's June. Nate and his unbelief, but it's really July. It's really July. That joke is 1 day too late. But right, what I was gonna say, it's July. Ain't no microchip. Entitled to bring about an efficient and secure efficient, secure, and accessible monetary system. However, the dominant aspect is the almost overwhelming control it can potentially hand over to central banks and governments. With digital currencies in place, authorities can peer into financial transactions with microscopic precision, right? Because they can't really track you with cash. I mean, they can already do that already. Like with your bank account, they can get your transaction history. Hell, I can look at my own transaction history. If I can do it, you think if the police really wanted to track me down and like throw me in jail, for being a fucking domestic terrorist, even though I don't carry any weapons, right? But let's say they wanted to do that. You don't think they could really just contact whatever bank that I'm associated with and just look at all my payment records and see what I buy, and see all the bodybuilding books, and then be like, oh fuck. Well, maybe we won't do that. We won't try to like frame him on that. Never mind. Yeah. An important time for release with the event this week. The WF listed advancing cashless societies as one of the strong motivations for introducing CBDCs, focusing on reducing cash use, promoting digital payments, enhancing financial literacy to drive economic growth and increase efficiency while balancing privacy concerns. The report states bullshit. There will be no privacy concerns. Though it doesn't say exactly how balancing privacy concerns will be addressed, because it won't. The conference this week brought attention to the stark reality of physical money becoming a relic, as Iswar Prasad, a Cornell University professor, emphasized during his speech. All right. Prasad enlightened the audience on the duality of CBDCs. He marveled at the potential benefits, but also cautioned against the possible perils. One of the intriguing aspects of CBDCs, according to him, is their programmability. Governments could engineer these digital currencies with the ability to expire and to dictate what they can and cannot be used for. Oh, can't buy or sell, say if you either have the mark. Right? Can't buy or sell. Even when you have the mark, they're gonna tell you what you can't buy or sell. Oh, you guys out there, holy shit. We're at the cusp of physical currency potentially disappearing, said Prasad, thereby underlining the gravity of the situation. Imagine a world where your money has an expiration date or is tailored to permit to purchase certain goods, right? Imagine a world, instead of just saying that, imagine a world where you can't even have your money unless you have the system in place to have the CBDCs, because people are not going to want to do this. If you just have a CBDC, you just hang it out there, people aren't going to do it. They got to force you to do it. All right, and just forcing people just to switch over their bank accounts and their money to a new system, that's not enough control. They have to have the microchip to go along with it. Okay. All right. While explicitly prohibiting others, Prasad expresses concerns by saying you could have a potentially darker world where the government decides that units of central bank money can be used to purchase some things, but not other things that it deems less desirable, like say ammunition or drugs or pornography or something of the sort. Oh fuck. No porn? Damn. Y'all are gonna fucking, y'all are fucked, bro. Y'all gonna, so they say no porn. You're gonna have a microchip. You guys are gonna be the most fucking emasculated fucking soy boys imaginable if you have the microchip and they say no porn. You guys are fucked. Holy shit. Damn, y'all are doomed. Oh man, they're probably, the only porn they're probably gonna allow you to get is probably like weirdo ASMR porn. You guys are fucked. If they take away porn, you guys are fucked. You guys are gonna have nothing to do. You guys are doomed, bro. You guys are fucking doomed. Holy shit. Oh man, you guys are fucked. You want this level of control could be a double-edged sword with the government's ability to guide economic and social policies through currency itself. You can't buy ammo, so no guns, no self-defense, no porn. And it's not like crime is gonna magically disappear. So oh man, you're just gonna be left with your pants down. You're gonna have police robots, yeah, but they're gonna save everyone. Y'all are fucked, man. shit, there's no benefit to taking that shit, you know? And I'm definitely not taking that shit. Fuck that, you know? I mean, it's not gonna do anything different for you anyway. You know, anything that they claim is a benefit, you can do it without taking the microchip, right? Like having like convenient ways to spend money. Well, I mean, use Cash App, right? Or just use money, use dollar bills. Like I don't care about spending. I don't even like spending. It's just like I'd rather not spend if I didn't have to. I don't give a fuck. Integrity and independence of central banks could be severely undermined if digital currencies is manipulated in such a way. Independence of the central banks are already controlled by the elites, so we already know that. The central banks, all these guys are all in on it. They don't let this stuff happen because the elites, they want more control, they want more power. Okay, so let's get one. All right, so let's go see this one, dude. Not Maccabees. Yes, this is Revelation 16:2. And the first wind poured out his vial as a judgment, and it fell a noisome and grievous sword upon the men who had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. Image is just the ways, of America, which basically just copy, paste, Roman, laws, legislation, architecture, blah, 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 blah. We know that. And the noisome and grievous sword is cancer. Because you take the mark of the beast, you're going to get cancer. So they're going to lock it away saying, hey, you don't have it. You don't have this chip. You're going to, you don't have this chip. You're going to, you're going to die. Well, yeah, you don't have this chip, you're going to die. But also, you don't have this chip, you can't spend your money. We're going to freeze your bank account. We're going to claim your funds. And that'll be their excuse to push out this chip. And then with the chip you can have, I didn't mention this either, with central bank digital currencies, you'll have universal basic income, where they just give you like a certain amount of money, as your income. And that's the whole thing, is that you're not gonna really have jobs in the way you're thinking. You're not really gonna work. You'll just have like universal basic income, and you just spend using that, and you'll just pretty much live in a bubble, eating Ziplocs, and sucking corporate cock, sucking that corporate cock. Because if you take the chip, that's you're basically a fucking shill for the corporations. Don't be a shill for the corporations. Yeah, but that's pretty much the point. If you want to get more info, you could just go into this. But this is just, the end time prophecy. Missiles coming down, destruction, right? And the missiles, right? And it fell upon, right? Revelation 16:21, right? It fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, right? Which is the ICBMs. Every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. Right? So yeah, as these things are coming down, the people are just gonna not repent, they're gonna blaspheme the Most High, right? And you see here, right? If the angel poured his vial upon the sea of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain, and blasphemed the power of heaven, because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. For the darkness and stuff, I believe we break that down. We say blackouts. Like, we don't know if it's really going to be like the same darkness that Egypt had, where it was so fucking dark that you couldn't even turn on a candle. Like, you literally, like, you couldn't turn on a candle. Like, that's how black it was. Like, it was just complete and utter, the deepest, darkest darkness you could, ever think of. The closest thing that I could think of, I think the brother out there in Holland, he's from Suriname, he said that there's certain parts of like of like the I think like Serenity said like the forests are black and stuff, but like the only light you really would have is like the stars overhead, right? But in those days, it's just gonna be pitch black, just pitch black, you know, just nothing, you know. I guess that's like that too. Like if you go into forest, it is like really late, and you're like over like a bunch of trees, like you wouldn't see shit. You know, you'd just be covered in total fucking darkness. You know, that's why if you ever go to the woods, you know, use wisdom. You know, if you ever like, if you have like a wildlife job or something, or you work for, I don't know, like a park or like a conservatory or something. You work on like a wildlife conservatory. I don't know if any of your brothers would do that, but if you do, you know, obviously, you know, they make you be prepared and whatever. You know, like have a flashlight and whatever. Lower on your edified, and that's pretty much it. I'll come back with another video about CBDCs tomorrow. You know, I probably will, you know, talk about different stuff, but like, you know, like pretty much, CBDCs. It only makes sense that's going to be tied with the microchip. You know, it only makes sense. You know, it has to. All right, and I have faith that it will, and that it's going to happen. You know, and you guys are just going to have to make that choice whether you're going to take it or not. You know, all you scoffers and out there, you people fucking, you know, laughing at us. You know, calling us all kinds of fucking horrid names. You know, but yeah, that's pretty much it.